The day of your buyer's walkthrough is such an exciting day. As a buyer, you want to look at the house just before you go to the title company to close on that house, and it's very exciting. And a lot of people think it's largely ceremonial, and maybe to some degree it probably is, because we've had things taken care of well in advance of this walkthrough and closing. For example, if there's been any repairs that have been negotiated, we have receipts we've received well in advance, and we know the work has been taken care of, and or we may have hired an inspector to go back and do another re-inspection to make sure everything was done right. However, the last time we saw the house that the seller was living in, it probably looked show ready. Well, now it probably doesn't look that way. It's probably empty now if they've moved out, or if they haven't moved out yet because they have a lease back, it's gonna look like somebody's moving out of the house. There's gonna be boxes everywhere and piles everywhere, so it's not gonna look its best. But that's really not what we're looking for. We're looking to make sure there haven't been any significant issues to the house since the last time we saw it. Let me tell you a little story. I had an agent friend years ago where they closed on a house with a buyer from out of town. The buyer could not attend closing. The house had been vacant for the last 10 days after the inspection, and the buyer didn't think there was any need for the agent to go and look at the house one last time before they went to closing, so she didn't. The buyer flew into town about 3 days later, walked into the house to find puddles of water in the house. The problem is that we don't know when those puddles actually arrived. So what the agent and the buyer did is they contacted the seller, and the seller had no knowledge of that, so it caused a new issue post-closing. So you want to make sure that before you take possession of the house that you've seen it as close as you can to your closing time. So those buyers walk through, don't forget to do those. Those are very important. If you have any questions, let me know. I am Melissa Manham with Coldwell Banker Apex, happy to help you buy your next dream home.